Hi fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Thank you all so much for your patience. I was traveling, came home with a really bad flu, so I was unable to get your mid-month love readings done. But we're going to take a look extensively at love, your general overview, and these readings here today. I also have a few different giveaways for the month of July. First of all, I'm going to be giving away one free reading to one of my YouTube subscribers here. I will announce winner July 31st. If you'd like to be considered, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected. Also for Instagram, I'm going to be utilizing that platform to give away a few different readings throughout the month as well. They be spontaneous. You'll have to show up and see what it is that I'm going to do that I have planned for you guys. But again, follow me there, Urban Soul Guru. Winners will be announced there each month for readings so that you guys don't miss it. I have inspirational messages and quotes. I channel these messages for you guys at least a few times a week. Okay, so you're getting some additional content there. Again, thank you guys so much for your support here on the channel. I'm always so grateful to connect with you. I am available in July for private readings, for energy healing. You know how to reach me. Now let's jump in to your first general overview and love readings. Let's see what's in store. Hi Libra, this reading is for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising for teen. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then we'll jump into love. I will have timestamps down below. Libra, general overview. Libra, general overview teen. Okay Libra, I've got you. I've got your energy. Big message coming through for you. Some doors need to close. They will need to close this month in order for you to realign with flow of abundance, but especially in regards to creativity. So if you are working on a creative project, even if it's just the creative flow of new ideas to start a new business and you're still brainstorming, if you want to get back into the flow of that, some doors need to close. It feels like somebody feels like a physical a person, an entity. It doesn't necessarily just feel like stagnant energies out there. It feels like somebody in your immediate space, a close circle of friends or family, maybe a child, could be interfering with workflow. So obviously if it's child, we're not closing doors, but you have to physically close a door and lock it so a child doesn't come in and interrupt the creative process. Okay. For others of you, it's cutting ties with friends, romantic partners, business partners, that there's something about their energy. It just is not vibing. It just feels like a physical block standing in the way of your creative process, your creative flow of abundance, okay? That fertile energy. Now, that fertile creative energy can manifest in a number of ways, but you want to be in alignment with that. If you feel out of alignment this month or coming into this month, recognize that some doors need to close, but that's the key. That's the key to your success right now. Okay, let's get a little bit more clarity on this, Libra. This is what we want you stepping back into alignment with. It's this joy, but it's peaceful joy. It's joy that you don't have to work quite so hard to attain. And that's what it feels like. For some of you, you have a lot of success. You've had quite a lot of financial flow, especially creative flow. And honestly, for some of you, some really big creative projects have taken off and you've made some money there. It's been very lucrative, but it feels like you have to work at it a little too hard. And it's not that that's just because that's what your process looks like. You struggle, but then you get it out and it's great. Somebody's getting in the way of this. Who is that? For some of you, it's the thoughts that you're having. It's the conversations you're having about yourself, to your inner child, to the universe about you. So that's you. Recognize that, get clear on the conversations you're having about yourself to other people, the way you're treating yourself privately, internally. There'll be some doors you need to close, but for many of you, this feels external. There's a person making your joy a little more difficult. But the beautiful thing for Libra is that your joy still feels intact. Okay, it doesn't feel like you're experiencing a dark night of the soul here. Okay, it doesn't feel like you're dipping into major depressions. It still feels very uplifting. But it almost feels like some heart chakra blocks too. Okay, so for some of you, it's not necessarily just one person. It could be lingering emotions, buried emotions, okay? Center of your reading is Cupid. This is all about love. Getting you back into the flow of joy, getting you back into the flow of love. For some of you, obviously, this is going to pertain to romantic partnerships. We'll take a deeper look at that in the next spread. Who's standing in the way of this? Could it be an ex? Is it an ex-partner? Some fears that are lingering? Recognize where you're feeling resistant, okay? Because I feel like there are some major commitments here. In regard to business, it feels like you already have or you are about to be signing some major contracts. I'm talking like big deal, really major commitments, really game-changing commitments. Now, if you've already done that and you feel like, okay, this was such a no-brainer for me, why am I not seeing the kind of success that I feel like should come through an opportunity like this? Where's the workflow? What's going on? It's because there's an outside block. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's because you signed with the wrong company or the wrong people or the wrong team, okay? For others of you, it feels like you have called in a really good partner, but maybe there was a little too much commitment a little too quickly, and there could have been a little bit of fear. Now, this could be somebody else's fear, and so they've kind of pushed away from you a little bit, Libra, but honestly, this feels mostly like this is coming from you. Figure out where that's coming from first and foremost, okay? You got to get back in alignment with this. There's a lot of money here. There's definitely a lot of money here. But there also feels like a lot of money doing something that you love. And calm waters, something that you would do even if you weren't getting paid for it, okay? And if you don't know what that is, or you don't know how that could be possible, ask universe for what it is that you want. Everything that you're manifesting at this time should be centered around love. Loving thoughts, manifesting from a place of very high level love. It's not just about manifesting a lot of money. It's about manifesting the successful business, doing what it is that you love for work. That definitely feels like a big part of this. Joy here is being clarified by confidence. I'm telling you, there's some commitments. Something's off with the commitments. For some of you, there are some insecurities and some fears showing up. You can handle this, Libra. You can handle the workload. You can handle the spotlight. You can handle the great love that has come in. There's something very beautiful for you here. Eliminate the block and you'll see how blessed you already are. This doesn't feel like something that still needs to come in. It feels like someone's blocking your vision. Like the man or woman of your dreams is standing there, but you can only maybe see like their shadow on the wall. You can't see their face. You can't see their body because like someone's standing right in front of you, or there's just like a block. You know that there's somebody there. You know there's something really blessed there, but it's like you're standing in line and you're like, I can't see over this person. What's over there? What's on the other side of this? Okay. Some of that has to do with your confidence wavering a little bit, especially if you've been hurt in love and especially if you've been hurt in business. It's a different time, Libra. It's a different time. You are consciously attracting people from a place of love, and so you are naturally calling in much higher level experiences. You're not repeating the past at this time, but if you hold on to old fears and old relationships and old people, even if you think that they're not toxic, you will start to manifest some of that old stuff coming up, okay? Talking about law of attraction here, and what pops? Law of attraction. So how are we going to manifest high-level situations, high-level love, an abundance of money doing what you love? How do we attract it? By infusing love into it. Universe, I am so grateful from a place of such high-level love. Monkey, no. And I'm manifesting really, really cute cats from a place of high-level love that I dearly love with my heart and soul, and who is a little bit of a pain in the butt because he's hungry. Come on, monkey. That's a smoky man. Okay, let me hold these up for you guys. Sorry. Universe, I am so grateful. From this place of high-level love, I am so grateful with all of my heart and all of my soul to be attracting this job, this opportunity, this placement, this partner that fulfills me from the inside out. I feel so much love and joy there in that space. They bring so much love and joy into my life. I'm so grateful. It's so mutual. Make sure those conversations you're having with the universe focus around the loving experience that you want to have. And you can be way more specific than that, but make sure you're talking about love. Make sure you're talking about who you want to love, how you want to be loved, how you love your work, what it is you love to do. That's how you manifest, and that's how you get into this flow of joy, okay, and this flow of abundance. But to do that, for some of you, you still need to remove some sort of a block, and this is what it is. Something needs to go. A door needs to close. For some of you, it's like a full chapter. For some of you, you're signing a much bigger contract because an old job, it's just come to an end. You've chosen to leave an old contract, you fulfilled it so you can go, whatever that means for you, something's over now. For others of you, it's about a cycle. It's about a karmic pattern being done. So now you can step into this new space, these new experiences with more confidence, because you do have love at the core of it, because you have chosen to manifest from a place of love, which now puts you in alignment with joy, not just in one area of your life, but across the board. But do recognize some changes needs to be made. It just feels like a door needs to close. Not too. It doesn't mean you're closing a door on everybody in your life. It doesn't have to be like this major sweep, okay? But something has come to an end. Honor that. If you're not sure how to bring something to an end, ask universe for, okay? Time to go is clarifying ask. Ask universe for the ending. Ask universe to infuse love into the ending and to manifest something bigger and better on the opposite side, or on the other side of this is what I'm trying to say. Ask universe for help. Exercise your free will. Something's done, okay? Something's done. But it's going to be so good for you. I don't think you're going to struggle with that too much. I don't. Some other people struggle watching you go. I don't see you guys struggling. It feels like you recognize there's been some sort of a conflict. We also have the assertive crowning the reading. You recognize that there's been an issue, okay? You recognize that you've outgrown a situation, you've outgrown someone, you've outgrown even old thoughts in your own head. So you make these changes very quickly and very swiftly. Not everybody around you can handle that kind of growth, especially not that kind of growth so quickly. And especially if they have to be left behind because now you've outgrown some people in certain situations. Those people you need to confront, you need to lovingly put somebody in their place so that there are healthy boundaries around this. It feels like someone wants to come with you on the journey who hasn't earned it, who doesn't belong there, not because they're not a fabulous, awesome, talented person, but just because they're not in alignment with where you are at. They be the block. Even though they really don't want to be a block, they really want what's of your highest good. And that be what does challenge you, but especially them watching you evolve past. For some of you, it's not even that you close the door on this person permanently. You just limit their role in your life a little bit, okay? So say you have a business with your best friend. You love and adore them. You're not going to sever ties completely, but the business doesn't work. And you know that you can take this vision and launch it in a different way that will be successful. You can align with a better group of people, maybe in a different town, a different city. Obviously, your friend's not going to love that, okay? Unless they're truly over the business and their love and their heart and their mind just isn't in it anymore. But it does feel like someone will struggle with your growth, but you still need to do it anyway. Be assertive. Don't be aggressive. Also, don't be passive aggressive. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty about this process, because it feels like you've earned this. You earned this joy coming in. You've earned this divine flow coming in, but it does feel like something's kept you out of it for a little while. Be honest with yourself as to who and what that is, okay, so that you can move forward this month. Okay, so we have give and receive at the bottom of the deck. It just feels like something was out of balance. You were doing a little bit too much work. Maybe your partner couldn't keep up. I'm definitely getting a little bit of crossover with Capricorn, although I'm not even feeling like Capricorn is the partner maybe you would walk away from. It almost feels like Capricorn could come in and be a solid new partner to work with. But it does feel like something's been a little out of balance, and it doesn't feel like that's going to be repaired so easily. So you choose to move on from it, but following this creative project. I'm telling you, for some of you, this joy, this money flow, it's linked to a creative project. It does feel like this is something you've been trying to manifest for quite some time. It's getting contracts. I'm getting placements. A lot of that has to do with the music industry. So if you're a musician, this absolutely applies to you. Don't be afraid to walk away from people, even if there's loyalty there, even if there's still love intact there. If people care about you, at the end of the day, they're going to want what's of your highest good. And if being with them and working with them isn't of your highest good anymore, you have to put yourself first and you have to go. And I will say this for you, Libra. Some of you take steps away from somebody and they circle back eventually into your life, and that feels good. That feels like the right option, especially in love. I'm getting a connection between that and love, and also with friendships. With business, I'm not getting that so much. If you cut ties on a work front, I don't know if that's going to circle back for you. But in terms of friendships, in terms of love and romantic partnerships, some of these people will come back around. It's almost like for some of you, you need to be set free to do your thing, to achieve with your energy intact, no distractions, totally focused, that drive on point. And then once you achieve what you need to achieve, or at least have a little bit more, a few more things checked off the list, okay? In terms of goals, in terms of life purpose and achieving life purpose to that maximum potential, then this person absolutely can show up and you can bring them back into the mix and they'd be very beneficial. There just has to do with growth. It just feels like you've outgrown somebody, okay? I know that's a little bit of a difficult message, but I promise you, when you end up here, especially with your creative projects or something new you're launching, you're going to be so grateful you had the confidence and the courage to do it. All right, so let's take a look at love. Libra in love. I 19. Libra in love. I 19. Yep, I'm definitely feeling reconciliations here for you, Libra. Not for everybody, But if you had a peaceful split from somebody, now they come back around as just a friend, and you really value the different kind of relationship that you're able to have. So maybe a romantic partner, something was just off. The chemistry was off. The timing was off. You guys make really good friends. Somebody like that may circle back, okay? And wind up being a really important part of your life. They feel really trustworthy. I also feel some exes that you've peacefully split from, tons of chemistry, still a whole lot of love intact, but you needed a little bit of space to clear your mind again to launch some projects, especially if they were the block. And especially if you've already done that coming into life, I'm feeling like they circle back and that's something you want to entertain. Okay? But I also definitely am getting the energy too. It's almost like two different people. If someone circles back into the picture, there still feels like a separate X where there's some energies lingering. You may have split up because you weren't fully over an X or they weren't fully over an X and it wasn't the right time. Some of that energy still lingers a little bit, but it does feel like it can be cleared, and it feels like it can be cleared pretty easily now, whereas in the past it couldn't, okay? There just have been some ties, or you met somebody new right on the heels of a breakup or something. It just didn't work out for you because of that. Expect some of these people to come back and it feels good for you, Libra. Libra in love. All right. Make the effort to put yourself out there if you are single. Some of you are so focused on career. It's a beautiful thing. And if that's what you want, go for it. Okay. I've been queen of doing that. Okay. But it does feel like your heart and your soul's craving some interaction here and meaningful relationships. If you're feeling that pull, trust that. Put yourself out there. But I feel like it has to be done in a really playful manner, in a way that's not too serious. I'm getting friendships to this again. Somebody in the past coming back and they make a really good friend. I'm also seeing a really good friend turning into a romantic partner. Okay, so there's definitely a connection here to friendships. And that's good. That's going to feel really good for you, Libra, to connect to somebody. They feel like a best friend, and then you realize there's actual real physical chemistry there. There could be love to explore there, a different kind of love. That could be very fulfilling for you at this time, okay? Feels like what I just channeled is that they're your muse or you are theirs. I'm getting a lot of creative energy in this reading. So I think many of you are artists of some sort, writers, musicians. You are their muse too, okay? You may be calling in some creative people. If you feel like you're not, your partner be, this new person be. But if you are in a committed relationship, and you haven't separated, but there have been some issues, work on it. Part of making the effort require a little bit of a separation, not a breakup, not a break, but a little bit of physical separation, even if it's for a week or two, to regroup. Something needs to be aligned a little bit better, and you guys are not in full alignment with each other, but it's definitely fixable. I will tell you the key to healing that, especially if you take a little physical space from one another, is coming back together and exploring that friendship aspect of your relationship before you dive into the physical chemistry and the physical interaction, okay? It's like, go out and have fun with your best friend. Explore that. Remind each other how great you are. and then, go lock yourself, at home in the bedroom for like the rest of the weekend. I know I'm being really forward, but it does kind of feel like there's that progression. But you don't want to jump right in to the physical intimacy if you've had a break, because you need distracted. It's almost like you need to see that you guys still have this. You need to see those really beautiful characteristics of your relationship come out again. It's almost like, for those of you, if you've ever fasted and you say, or you've changed your diet dramatically, okay? So say you, no carbs, no sugar, you're dairy free, you're whatever free. Say it's sugar especially, and you don't have sugar for like 6 months, or you don't have sugar for a year. The next time you have sugar, and it could just be like a piece of super dark chocolate, which I'm personally obsessed with, but not everybody loves. And you take a bite of something that honestly could be very bitter to somebody else, and all of a sudden it's like the most magnificent thing you've ever tasted, because you aren't able to take advantage of it. You eliminated that from your diet, and now your senses are really heightened when you bring that back into the picture. I feel like that's the case with love, especially for those of you going through a hard time. That separation is going to enhance all the positive. I don't feel a lot of negative coming out. I think if there are negative issues, you're aware of them and you be hyper focused on them. The separation is going to allow you to hyper focus on the positive, and there's a whole lot of healing there. I do feel separations, but if you do wind up separating from a partner, I really think you guys are getting back together. If you're already separated, I really think you guys are getting back together, for more of you than not. Okay, obviously that doesn't apply to Libra, who is totally over the axe and not feeling it. They could call a million times. That message isn't for you. That's for those of you where the love is truly intact and it's mutual and you're both working on it. You guys get some serious healing this month. Soulmate sitting at the center of your reading. If you're single, this is why you want to put yourself out there. If you're interested in love and you're not just too focused on the career, this person come through quickly and bye. I also feel like for some of you, there was a block. It's not necessarily a block in terms of creativity or your workflow, but it could be a block in love. Who were you still attached to? So you cleanse that energy, you cleanse the ex energy if you're truly over it, which allows you to call in a partner effortlessly, a soulmate, a high-level soulmate partner. But for those of you in committed relationships, the reason why you want to work on it, the reason why you want to consider letting this person back in the picture is because they truly are a high-level soulmate for you. You shouldn't have to second guess that. If you're not sure if they are, I don't think they are. I think, Libra, your intuition is so on point that if you've called in a high-level soulmate, not just a soulmate and the soulmates that come and go that are kind of fleeting, they teach you a lesson, they go on your way. I'm talking about a high-level soulmate here. If you are not convinced that that's who your partner is for you, they're not, okay? You guys may not come back around. But I feel like for the majority of you, the soulmate energy is so strong, it's sitting at the center of your reading. That's who it is, okay? That's why you invest the energy. That's why you want to heal. Followed by playful. I'm telling you, there's just something fun here. I'm getting Gemini. I'm getting Gemini for a lot of you. I always get Gemini. Gemini always comes through this card in Libra. That's a good for you. That is a really good for you. But I'm getting, so this playful, this friendship energy here. Okay, and it's not that you just have a friendship. There's definitely chemistry and romantic love here. But there's this playful friendship. It makes what you have rare and very special. That this person that is your high-level soulmate that you truly love with all of your heart and soul, they're also your best friend. Not everyone can say that. That's what feels like has showed up for you. This is someone you got to fight for, Libra. I knew it. Okay. All right. Make the effort. Clarified by reconciliation. I'm telling you, someone's coming back. Make the effort to heal. Do what you have to do. Don't close this person out permanently, okay? If there's still love there, give them a shot. Just make sure you take in some space to heal. Some reconciliations are inevitable this month. But when you reconcile, focus on that friendship first. Focus on having fun. Be out and be social. That feels like a very important element here. Calling in your soulmate, center of the reading, clarified by flirt. You're flirting. You're having fun. You guys are keeping it a little bit more lighthearted, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be communicating about difficult issues. But if you took enough space, you shouldn't be hyper focused on the negativity. There should be healing. There should be some resolve before you guys reconcile. So when you get back together, you get to have fun. Okay, it feels like some of you have been going through a pretty hard time with the partner, and it feels like that's just about to come to an end. So it's a really beautiful energy. That alone could be blocking you. You may be a little heartbroken because you've been separated. Of course, that's going to interfere with your workflow and could be distracting. Okay, or not. You're not sure if you and a partner are going to go your separate ways for good. Of course, if there's real love there, that's just a hard thing. Those are hard thoughts to have to process, okay? But it really feels like you guys are healing. You get back together, and there's a lot of fun here. If you have your Gemini partner, Geminis are coming back. This also applies to those of you with Gemini friends, other air signs, though. It doesn't feel just like Gemini. This could be other signs, other people that sort of have that airy kind of Gemini, Libran, just that fun, that social, communicative energy, okay, and personality in those traits. It just feels really beautiful for you. Playfulness clarified by trust, okay? You got to trust in this process of healing. Trust that this person's coming home. They're coming back. They love you. You love them. You heal. If you're single, and again, you're absolutely not entertaining these reconciliations, someone wants you back. Someone wants you to make the effort to come back around in their life. If you're over it, you're over it. That's fine, Libra, because you have soulmates coming in. You have somebody that's worth making the effort to heal with when issues come up. There's playfulness, there's flirtation, and you can trust them. If you don't have trust at the core of your relationship, you're either not ready to get back together or this person isn't it for you. Crowning the reading. First of all, crowning the reading is healing. There have definitely been some karmic and some tough issues coming up. No doubt, Libra, it gets healed at this time. Trust it. Bottom of the deck. Passion, come on. You guys have all this fun friendship energy, but this is still intact. You need to travel together. This is bottom of the deck. Travel together, be around water. You need to travel solo, and then you come back, and then you're ready for the reconciliation. You guys also be separated by water. You be in long-term, not long-term. You be in long-distance relationships. And you called it off for a minute because that gets really difficult. It feels like someone will be traveling to see you. If that's the case, stay open. Libra, stay open to love this month if you want it. Someone wants you back, whether you want them back or not. I think for the majority of you, you know that the soulmate is beautiful, high level. There's so much love there. You're not ready. They're not ready to throw this away. And I'm telling you, as long as you don't get back together prematurely, you have a really solid resolution, because ultimately crowning your reading here is heal. You heal, you move on. That block will be removed, and that also gets you back into divine flow. Okay, there's a lot of healing here for you. There's a lot of love here for you, for sure, whether you're single or not, but especially for those of you having an issue in long-term relationships. I'm telling you, something big. You guys get a breakthrough in healing this month. I think you guys are coming back together, and you'll be together for the long haul, and you'll actually look back at the difficulties of the last couple of months, or maybe even the last year. For some of you, this is a little longer than just the last few months. You're actually going to be really grateful that you stuck it out, and the strength that it's built in your relationship. Okay, you have the stronger foundation now. You guys are good. Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back mid-month with your mid-month love reading on the 15th. If you feel like you need more clarity, reach out to me for private readings, healing work. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, like gratitude. I'll see you back here soon.